This is why when you do this, this looks like it's coming down this way, and this is coming down this way because it's translucent.
What?
I'm done with you.
I don't care. If you put something in water, as soon as it crosses that boundary of oxygen and H2O, it is wet.
Okay, well,
I guess so. Everybody's
H2O,
entitled to his or her
hydrogen,
Yeah, that too.
Who gives a
oxygen,
fuck?
2. Hydrogen, oxygen, 2. You just said once it crosses that point of oxygen to H2O, what
Yeah.
are the compounds of H2O, Logan?
2 hydrogen.
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory.
What's the 2?
I think that's
You said once it changes from oxygen,
oxygen, so
once it changes from
one
oxygen to H2O. Let me hear what H2O means. 2 what?
2 parts
2 what?
hydrogen
And what? 1?
and oxygen.
Wow. So it changes from oxygen and goes to another oxygen added with hydrogen. So you're telling me that the hydrogen makes it wet?
Here's what I'm telling you, is that you have dry, and then you have land, and then you have the ocean. As soon as you have that transfer
I wonder what HO3
between
1 hydrogen.
mediums, because like you have no air, you have air, you have wet, you have dry.
But what
All I'm trying to say, as soon as something hits that fucking water, it's wet. It doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't make it wet.
It's
what
wet.
I'm trying to say is the mass. You know what mass is? Or matter. Let's say matter. The matter. This is matter. We are all made up of matter. Am I right?
Right.
Okay, we are all made of matter, mass, everything. We take up space. So when you got a less dense space of matter, and you put a denser space of matter, and you put it in there, it is only coming over top of it. It does not make it wet because it does not stick until you pull it out.
Okay,
What
but
you
we've
do
already
is
proven
less
that
dense
wrong.
Sticks to the fucking.
But we've already proven that wrong.
Okay,
Because as soon as you stick
look up
anything
look up
in there for, I
Okay.
mean, sometimes if you put it in and pull it back out.
Than water,
Okay,
if
I guess there is something that does. I know about that shit. But what I'm trying to say is, if you put something, if you dip something down into water and it's submerged,
You better hope to God I don't find
you
that.
can watch its physical state change if that item is fast enough to change.
You better hope to
Whether
God I
it be
don't find
bread
that.
or water
If I
or
find
anything,
that
you can
oil, I
clearly
swear to God
see
it's on.
that it being wet is changing its physical state while it's submerged.
Let me just explain something to you, Raven, okay? Liquid-wise. We'll do it. We'll switch everything from solid to liquids. Okay? So if I take oil and I pour it in a cup, okay? And I take water and I pour
No,
it in
if
a
you
cup.
take bread and you put it
that's
into
because It's
water,
a less dense. If you take the chemical compounds from that bread and you fucking put it up on a periodic table from that water, H2O, that H2O is denser than that fucking bread because of the compounds in it.
I need a cigarette now.
I'll share one with you.
Hell yeah, that's fine.
Okay? But if you take
No, James.
if you take vegetable oil and vegetable oil has a compound that is more dense than water, then the water has no chance of being able to make that fucking vegetable oil wet.
I don't know what to tell you, but if you put something in water, it's wet,
'Cause even
bro.
if you mix it up. Mix the water, mix the fucking oil. Guess what? 15 minutes later, it's gonna separate. Because one's denser than the other. And until you take it out, you will not see them particles of water inside that vegetable oil.
Here's all I'm trying to tell you. Or like a tea bag.
Science matters.
Oh, dude, see that.
There you go, a tea bag.
Actually, I can put a plastic bag in water with it with iodine, and the iodine. Well, no, the water, like the water and iodine mix. If I put what's it called, corn flour in the
Flour, that's a good one.
No, look.
That's
I did
a
a
good one.
6th
Sugar.
school in biology, and we put corn flour in a Ziploc baggie. We put iodine
Sugar
in water.
mixes in. It
Put
breaks
in there,
down
bro,
from the
and it's
components
straight,
of
like,
water.
It's
turn
water
the
soluble.
Turn the bag. And
That's the
inside
same
bag
thing as
purple.
salt. Iodine. Iodine's less
But that's
dense
what
than
we're
water,
trying to
and it
prove,
mixes in.
is that-
the particles are so small.
Is that when you put
in
something
between
into water,
No, I was trying to explain, like, look, the water went and, like, the iodine seeped into the bag. And made
No
the
shit.
Made the inside of the bag purple.
Yeah.
And it was only sitting in the water iodine solution. It was pretty cool. It like, went into it.
Through the plastic?
Yeah, went through the plastic.
Yeah.
And it separated the cornstarch from the other mixture we had and made layers in the inside and the outside. And it made